Hello YouTube, Paul Anthony Harvey here, and we are going to continue in what I guess I would call a series of convoy composition. So today we are going to talk about the DPS and Utility Guardians that you will have in your convoys. Diving right in, we will look at the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is just actually fairly tanky in its own right. It comes with some pretty good stats baseline before we talk about any equipment upgrades. But has a couple of traits. Basically, it cuts the target's armor in half, and it does not miss. Nothing really more to say about that. Has a pretty high attack rate, attacks once per second. Range isn't the greatest, but you know, with that health pool and attack speed, it gets the job done. It's all around just a really good unit. Moving on next to the legendary Griffin Rider. I again would like to point out the fact of just the upgrade between the Epic and the Legendary. The Legendary gets a bonus 300% damage for its next attack after it dodges, basically. Where the Epic just gets the evasion, no attack bonus. What's it called? Griffin Rider is a flying unit, so it just automatically evades all ground-based attacks, and it's really fast. So it really gets into combat quick, and I'll talk about the utility of that in another video. So the next unit I'd like to talk about will be the Legendary Paladin, and the Legendary Paladin probably has the most dramatic difference between the Epic and Legendary version. So real quick, we'll look at the Epic version first. Its trait here, it does its dash towards the enemy, or its charge as it's called. Epic version does 250% bonus damage depending on the distance it traveled. You know, that's pretty good. The Legendary version, however, its damage goes up to 300%, but it also has this key ability here. Basically, it ignores 50% incoming damage while it's charging. That's huge. It's basically 50% damage reduction while it's closing the distance. And that's going to apply as a burst damage. You know, that first hit's going to be 2394, basically 2400 damage times 3 for that initial hit. So yeah, that's pretty good. Definitely recommend using Legendary Paladins. Last unit we're going to talk about will be the Legendary Marshal. Its upgrade over the Epic basically is its AoE style. The Epic version hits 2 targets at once. Legendary version hits 3. And so that's basically just a AoE variant. You hit more people at once, and that just really helps push through the bandits. And it's nice to have a good mix of damage types, whether single target or AoE. It's good to have a good spread. Helps you get through your enemies faster. Alright, moving on to the utility units. I know I spoke about the Artificer briefly in the tanks video. Nothing really flashy about the Artificer. It does no damage. Really, it just supplies an AoE heal, and I mean, it's just useful to help sustain a lot of your units that are taking damage. Another utility unit to talk about here will be the Jet Trooper. While Jet Trooper does do damage, that's not really the key thing I'd like to talk about. I'd like to talk about its trait, EMP. It just supplies an AoE stun. Nothing else to say about that. It stuns the enemy, and that's really good. You want the enemy stunned. It breaks their attacks. It possibly changes their attack priority. So they'll be attacking one enemy. It gets stunned. Your unit keeps moving, and when the stunned unit comes back, well, he'll be attacking something else now. That can be pretty useful for keeping your units alive. Last unit under the utility category I'd like to talk about be the Legendary Chaplain. Legendary Chaplain, really, really good. Its trait here basically allows you to reduce 10% incoming damage. But the legendary version of the Chaplain versus the epic version, epic version does not allow you to stack that shield. The legendary version allows you to stack it 3 times. So you can potentially negate 30% incoming damage, provided it falls into the proper time frame. And this effect wears away gradually. And so basically you're pretty much always going to have some type of damage reduction up for units that are near your chaplains. So that does it for the Guardian compositions of Convoy units. Thanks for watching, and give me a like and subscribe. I will see you in another video.